Hello, Dallas, and hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and welcome to the show Global Gupshup. So, I'm your host, Anu Benakatti. Thank you for joining Facebook Live and YouTube Live today, the programs. And you can enjoy variety of programs on my show every week and discussions with me on topics related to social, economical, political, and health and entertainment, and more. So, today we are actually going to be getting a very, familiar with one of the most essential, crucial discussion that we all need, especially since hard hit of pandemic, and then we're entering the new year. I think it's definitely something that we need to start from the beginning discussion. So that is, that is thinking about that, like what it gives you idea is how to manage your money even starting from the year. So, with the ongoing busy schedule that we all have, with no time to, look everywhere that, where our money is going. And it is extremely challenging for everyone to find a time to decide how we can actually make the most, valuable decision regarding whether it comes to investing or whether it comes to spending or saving someone or even to make a better plan for the future. So, an experienced financial professional that what we have today in our studio, that that he is an expert and have a many years of experience in financial services, and he has helped many families in making the perfect decisions, whether it is regarding the choosing the life insurance or the will and trust or a college planning, or even a funding or investment in a real estate. And he is with the Value Financial Services, and it's we are fortunate to have him in the studio. So I would like to welcome Mr. Tirumala Reddy Kumbam to the show to answer all of our questions that what we have. Thank you so much for joining, Mr. Tirumala, and it is a pleasure to have you.
Sure. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, Anuji, for a wonderful introduction. Appreciate and a great pleasure to be with my family, Asia News. I know Krishna Garu and you for a while, and it's a true community awareness. And thanks for making me
Absolutely.
part of your family.
Absolutely. And like I said, it is a tough decision to make as we start our new year. And this is absolutely critical decisions that everyone has to make, like how we should, that manage our money well at the same time, like at the low risk. And, then also to manage very well without any issues throughout. So let's start with the very, the most question, the valuable question that everyone has. The most of us will think ourselves before we even start. Like, why do I need an advisor? Like, do I need one really, or should I do it myself? So, what is your why do we choose one? And so that that we can actually know that we are going to get the best benefit out of it.
Cool. Yep. So before I answer that, let me introduce myself. That how I am thinking the same way, like the question, right? Do I really need advice? Okay,
Right.
and then really need,
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm smart and I'm hardworking, and I know how to make my money and how to manage my money. But that's all. How it works is like in the life, most of the time we work for money, right? And our culture, right,
Right.
taught us that
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
our
Mm-hmm.
culture is like we are from savers economy, from we all came from India, savers economy to spenders economy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, what in our when we born and brought up in India, we save first and spend next kind of thing. Here,
Mm-hmm.
spenders economy, right? We spend first and try to save next. When you spend first, there is nothing to save, right? So, but I was, like in this
Mm-hmm.
country for more than 22 years. and initially IT consultant, and I was more passionate to be with the people. Did a lot of community activity services and events, and so many things. And so I work so hard, I make money, but the missing point is, like, I'm not making my money to work for me. Okay, I always work for money, but I'm not making my money to work for me. So, like, what our parents or grandparents taught us is, like, just making money is not enough. You also make your money to work for you, so that
Mhm.
you can compress your retirement or success period from years, decades to shorter period,
Mhm.
because you're working,
Mhm.
you know how to employ the money, so you are making money to work for you. So the part of that,
Right.
we need kind of some education and GPS navigation. Yes, if you want to go to destination from one place to another place, yes, you can go, so many direction and this way, right? But if you have the proper GPS, right? Okay, if you go this way, it has a blocks, and if you go this way, it has a other problem. Okay, this is the right way where you don't have. That is the kind of role
Mhm.
as a financial professional, because our legal title is financial professional. Okay, so financial
Right.
professional will sit with prospect client, and evaluate their situation, where they are, how they are, what is their risk appetite, what is their time horizon, what is their suitability, and what is the affordability. Okay, these are all the things, right? I can ask you one question, Anuji. So I'm sure that you're also here for like more
Mhm.
than 2 decades, right? How many times you called
Mhm.
wealth management company asking for help in this last 2 decades,
Mhm.
right? How many times?
Maybe a couple of times or some few
Not
times.
that,
Yes.
right?
Few
And
times. Yes. I should.
how many
Yes.
times the wealth management companies will call you and ask that, hey Anuji, how are you? Can I help you? Can I help you to manage your wealth? All those things. That is the gap we, as a financial professional, filling that. Our services as a financial professional, our
Mhm.
services, right, are
Mhm.
is to educate individuals,
Mhm.
families, and corporations to minimize the taxes, minimize the risk. It could be market risk or litigation risk, maximize the returns. Therefore, it helps to
Mhm.
increase the net worth. So
Mhm.
during this process, we
Mhm.
we help the people to make
Mhm.
their own wealth manager. Why we make
Mhm.
you as your own wealth manager? Because no one can manage your money better than you. So
Mhm.
our side, you know, as a
Mhm.
financial professional, my role is to educate you, to make you better person on managing your wealth.
Mhm. Mhm.
How we educate? What are the areas we educate? Life insurance, all kinds,
Mhm.
investments.
Yeah, that was gonna be like, yeah, the next question that, so yeah, we were also interested, like, value finance services through, that what kind of services do they offer and how different they are than the any other services that actually find in the market. So what
Okay,
is the difference between this
great.
and
Yeah.
the other ones?
So yes, and in our services, life insurance, kids college
Mm-hmm.
planning and funding, retirement
Mm-hmm.
planning,
Mm-hmm.
which includes 401ks,
Mm-hmm.
IRAs, annuities, estate planning, which is must for every family,
Mm-hmm.
right? Investments,
Right.
the areas
Mm-hmm.
of active and alternative. Okay, so those are all the areas we will be
Mm-hmm.
directing, educating the clients. How we are different from the other wealth management companies or other wealth managers or
Right.
advisors, right? So
Mm-hmm.
our
Mm-hmm.
role, how we are different as a financial professional, we don't take the people money and manage. Okay, the wealth manager and other people, they
Mm-hmm.
take the people money, they manage, they help them manage well, and they charge, and that's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Here the major difference, and
Mm-hmm.
how we
Mm-hmm.
have, we are filling the gap between the consumer awareness of the how the money works versus the latest advancements of in the financial industry. It could be
Mhm.
insurance or kids college planning or retirement planning or estate planning or all those things. So those areas the
Mhm.
regular wealth manager may not be doing it. Okay. So number one is we educate and make the client as a better person on how they can manage the wealth, teaching them. Okay. And here wealth manager,
Right.
he manages the money into that one. And services we provide all these areas may not be fully
Mhm.
provided by other wealth managers or advisors because they are busy with their particular area, right? So that is the thing, and we are independent financial professional.
Mhm.
Others are most of them as captive, means they work for particular company. It could be any
Mhm.
particular company, right? And we are independent. That's the difference between captive versus independent.
Mhm.
Independent financial professional, as an independent financial professional, I am more loyal to the client to give the best from the best provider. So we save their time and on the
Mhm.
research and due diligence and getting the best on the to the table, literally.
Right. Right.
So that is the major difference, and our passion is
Mhm.
compassion. Okay, Anuji
Mhm.
gave 30 minutes time to sit with us and to know
Mhm.
how I can employ the money and how I can
Mhm.
park the money, where I can park the money, where losing money is not an option. Okay, in our solutions, losing money is
Mhm.
not an option because the solutions we have, right? That's the powerful solutions, concepts. So we will be educating them. Okay, and not only that part, if as a finance professional, we also encourage them to learn and do by their own or make it as a financial Uber, like become subject matter expert and you know learn and take it
Mhm.
as a part-time or full-time job opportunity. That's a
Mhm.
we are, that is why
Mhm.
we are different, right? There are three areas, right?
Right.
We do more and better, more services, no fee, no obligation, and
Mhm.
we're also giving the opportunity to become, financial professional, and these are all areas. Make sense,
Mhm.
Anuji?
Right. Okay. Yes, absolutely makes sense. Definitely. So that's a good. That's a good answer. So that encourage a lot of them who actually are wondering why we should choose this one. So probably that's the best answer. Thank you. So let's go to the particulars. Like we all have, like as we all know, like along with the managing the wealth, just like we keep earning, we keep saving, and you also, like wealth builds up. But what is important is to think, like about how to protect it, like in a different areas that you can invest it. But so how about starting with the life insurance? So I'm sure that VFS is also guide them to do the how to plan that. And so and how does it fit in the financial planning?
Yep. So see, the as we introduced in the beginning, the family and wealth is a
Hmm.
key in the life, right? Family without wealth,
Right.
wealth without family, not going to fulfill the life, right? So when it comes to the life
Hmm.
insurance, the protection is most important,
Hmm.
right? Protection is the
Right.
most
Hmm.
important. That is called, we call that as a defensive planning. Means
Hmm.
what you earn, what you owe, those you owe, right? I mean, what you owe to the others and those you love, right? What you left for the family. If unexpected event happen, is the family is protected.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Everyone needs to realize that GoFundMe is not an insurance, right? GoFundMe is
Yes.
not an insurance. And we get like weekly 10, 20, like that. So the life insurance,
Mhm.
which is the best investment, I believe, best,
Mhm.
way to protect the family, whatever you can afford,
Mhm.
right? Whether you can afford 50
Mhm.
cents per day or like $1 per day, still you get the basic protection to
Mhm.
the family. Because
Correct.
family is the highest priority, right? That when
Mm-hmm.
you really respect and care for the family, you should it. But the problem is, like most of the time, we see we are ready to buy
Mm-hmm.
insurance for $1,000 phone, $10 per month, and we also buy insurance for 50,000 car, $150 per month. Okay, but when
Right.
it come to us,
Right.
we dig into like things so much things to get the just 500K plan for maybe 20-30 dollars per month. You see that is that
Right.
like the we need to give the more awareness how the life insurance will protect your family, will your options.
I think so.
I think that is it your life, your family is cheaper than phone and a car and house,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where you need to
Mm-hmm.
make that see the protect your family first before even you protect your
Mm-hmm.
phone or identities, right? So we have some formulas to tell how much insurance each person need, each family
Right.
need. Okay,
Right.
in that we teach them the wealth flow formula. We call as a wealth flow formula. Means like when you're young you
Mm-hmm.
have less money, more responsibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when
Right.
you're middle, we don't know if something happens to you, any disability
Mm-hmm.
takes place as a breadwinner, you are losing
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
all hard savings. What if it live
Right.
too long? What if you live too
Right.
long, right? So
Right.
how you can take care of it? You
Right.
cannot depend completely on the kids nor government, because everyone has their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the life insurance with a more advanced version to protect your family if an unexpected event happens
Mm-hmm.
immediately, if we die too soon, or if there is any disability, you will get the living benefits. If you live too
Mm-hmm.
long, you can take it as a
Mm-hmm.
pension. So that is advanced solutions
Mm-hmm.
where you can take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of the latest and greatest life insurance, for the last few decades with this living benefits version. So that is where life insurance plays key role, give the peace of mind. Most of my clients say that Tirmal, after doing that, you know, I can sleep peacefully. I don't care if and whether I get up or
Well,
not.
peacefully. That's
If I
right.
go out, if I go out and if I don't
Right.
come back, still I have peaceful
Mm-hmm.
step out, peaceful sleep, because I took care of my
Mm-hmm.
family.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, anytime can happen, but my family comes first. I took
Mm-hmm.
care of them. So that is the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing everyone
So
needs to think.
true. True. Understand. Right, right. So, like coming to this one, so like, I know that it's already like asked by Mr. Chris. So, that's a very important question for anyone, because when we choose a particular financial advisor and we do trust them, and we also say that, okay, this is the one that I want to go with. But the first thing that you want to, like, the first question that comes to my mind is also like, how much it's going to cost me, like, are there any other charges that I should be aware of, or like what he's saying, that do you charge a flat fee or a percentage of the total that you manage, and do you have any the principal protected investment, like, that is what I was going to ask you then in the next one, Michael. So do your company offers that one, or is this like the certain amount is absolutely necessary to even start that plan?
Yeah. See, technically, when it
Hmm.
comes to a very good question, thanks, Chris and
Hmm.
Anuji. So,
Hmm.
see, our services are no fee, absolutely guaranteed, no obligation. You may be
Okay.
thinking that, oh, Thiru, are you doing any charity work or something? No. How I get compensated? Because
Right.
I educate the client, show the value of their
Hmm.
time, their money, and
Hmm.
help them to take the right decision with the right solution. That
Hmm.
time, if the client consider to take the solution, the provider pay me some compensation. Okay, that is good enough. Very happy, very satisfactory reward. If they don't
Right.
consider to take any solution, still we charge no fee and we never obligate them, and we are happy because we did our job showing the value for their time and their money. That is the satisfaction and experience we get it.
Right.
Okay, it is just like, I'll give example, like a real estate agent, right? Professional. Okay, what does he do when the client go to
Right.
them? Patiently show all the houses, beautiful things, and if he buy the house, only professional will get the compensation from the seller, but not from anything
Right.
from the buyer. Similar way, our financial professionals sector also, my business also works like that. We help them as many as possible and do our best. If they take the solution, that okay, we get compensation from the provider. Okay, and in reference to the Krishna Chakravarti's question, right? Managing the wealth. We are not managing your wealth. We are making you to manage your wealth by providing the solution where you know we have a very wide range of solutions. Okay, zero loss guarantee protection and compound interest, tax advantage means the growth and the income tax free, and with the living benefits. All those things we provide the solutions, right? We are connecting and taking care of the client, giving the best solution, and they are managing. So we
Okay.
don't involve them on charging the fee. Okay,
Right.
and if the company charges fee, let's say for example, you came and I provided the solution, very good,
Right.
and you're happy, you took the solution and delivered the contract, and the client and contract, the provider is in saying, and they have you know uh, the structure, which is also we explain how that works, depend on the solution, right? It's not like generic, like they charge some flat fee like that. So the solutions we provide vary, depend on the client suitability, affordability, risk appetite, and time
So it
horizon.
is customized depending on the each customer that their needs is required.
Correct.
So okay.
And
So that is great.
exactly, from our side, no fee, absolutely guaranteed, no obligation, and we
Okay.
help like
Okay.
thousands of families, protected thousands of families with
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, like, and also one more that actually, when it comes to the family, the question that arises is like being given so many choices, like in nowadays that, the kids are given so many choices of career options in starting from the high school. And it's very difficult for parents to make that decision early enough, like, how much money that we need to invest, because that profession could be medical engineering or any biomedical, any of those. Nowadays the college fees are extremely expensive starting from the kindergarten. So, like, how do they know? Like, what is the best plan that you have recommended to parents, for their investments for their kids for the future, for the college funds?
Yep, makes sense. Yep. Yeah. So we have like college planning or funding. We have traditional and
Mm-hmm.
advanced solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The traditional version is like
Mm-hmm.
529. Okay. Then state prepaid plans like that, right? So are they bad? No, it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
See, each coin has the head and tail, right? Any coin like that, each and every solution has the pros and
Yeah.
cons. When it comes to the 529, okay, yes, you can take a tax-free growth advantage, and some states will pre-tax money also you can put it there, and you can start using from very younger stage also. There's all advantages, right? And so the advanced solution, how it helps is, the money in advanced solutions we are providing for the college planning and funding, it also after tax money are contributing. But how this is better than the 529 is, the solution we are offering is, you can use that money for kids college or marriage or retirement or major purchases or emergencies. You can use for any time, any reason,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
no penalty, no tax. That is the
Okay.
advanced solution version. And that money the advanced solution provide, okay, is also considered as per the IRC, Internal Revenue Code 7702. excludable asset.
Mm-hmm.
529 is the includable asset. When the kids go to the college, they do the financial background check, FAFSA, and the money 529, the student accounts or checking savings or parent like that, they all comes under the includable asset. The money we are parking in advanced solution is excludable asset and can be used for any reason. Not like 529, which we need to be used for only kids college, right? So all are good solutions, but you have the flip phone and smartphone. You have choice to choose. Smartphone, more advantages, more options. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so parking the money, every year, monthly or yearly, like that. Just build, slowly, and that money can be used for any reason. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely makes sense because I know that certain plans are like if one the kids may not choose to go to college or even in-state college or like the investments, and that definitely going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So what to do with that, and if that option is not given to them. So I think this is a better way to choose is depending on to know a little bit at least about ahead of time, so that definitely will help. So coming to that, what I was going to ask, I think the question from Chris the earlier was also the I think so we probably did not. So I'm talking about certain times, like certain companies that they do have these rules, like, okay, you have to have assets of 250,000 or a million. So then only that, that we're going to start being with that principle. So in certain specific minimum investment, that kind, is it a requirement for by your company also, or is this you do it for even just a $10,000?
And the starting contribution or something like that.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
No, there is no limit. You can start,
There's no.
anywhere between
Mm-hmm.
$100 per month to,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing bottom side, but
No.
more
Mm-hmm.
more you put, more you get it, and
Mm-hmm.
so the depend on the solution client is choosing, right? In the area, what kind of solution is taking, but when it comes to
Right.
the lower side or higher side, very flexible
Mm-hmm.
based on their
Mm-hmm.
affordability. See, client affordability.
Right.
Everyone is
Mm-hmm.
suitable for the particular solutions, but often
Right.
affordability plays the key role, right? Some people can do only
Mm-hmm.
this much like that, but our solutions are built based on client
Mm-hmm.
suitability and affordability. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
we'll show you the okay if you
That
park
is
this. Yeah,
That's
go
great
ahead,
to
man.
know. That's great to know. So, let's have a very important question. Let's talk about the tax planning. So I know that we all want to get the maximum returns and low risk, and also So what are the strategies or any of the suggestions that you can give to help save money? Like, because without even us knowing, sometimes every time the tax codes are changing, and we unknowingly, or maybe sometimes it happens accidentally, we just end up paying more, and then
Yes,
and we are like, oops, so how do you avoid that? And just what is your suggestion on that, how do we
yes.
make savings on that one?
Okay, wonderful. So the question is relevant to one of
Hmm.
we our education to the clients. Every family needs to be
Hmm.
aware of 6 steps to financial security. One of them is preserve the wealth.
Hmm.
Preserve the wealth means if you do not have
Hmm.
proper tax planning and estate planning, okay, the beneficiaries will get
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
least, I would say. Okay, so what does that mean is like
Hmm.
right, we are when
Hmm.
you are parking the money, that we will show what the taxation works in this country. Okay, after tax money, what are the options you have to
Hmm.
park? Bank,
Hmm.
CDs, right? Checking account, mutual funds, or
Right.
stocks.
Hmm.
That's the money. That's the options
Hmm.
you park after tax money. Maybe you may buy the
Right.
precious metals or like that, right? And you need to be aware that you are going to pay the tax on the growth.
Right.
Okay, so it's also included in the estate. That is the tax
Hmm.
now bucket. We have
Right.
another bucket called tax deferred. Means you park the money pre-tax, But remember, you are going to pay the tax when you are taking the money.
Mhm.
When you retire, that is the
Mhm.
there is some huge gap. When I speak with the 10 clients, out of 10, 7 to 8 people clients are not aware of that the pre-tax money they're parking it 401k IRAs annuities, they have to pay tax when they're taking the money from there when you retire.
Mhm. Right.
And what are the pros and cons related to the social security taxation or RMD, like required minimum distribution? All the things will come into the picture, right? So
Mhm.
we are going to educate them. Hey, you may be excited to park the money, pre-tax money here today to take little tax advantage. Means you are trying to avoid paying the tax on the seed. But don't forget, you are going to pay the
Right.
tax on the harvest tomorrow when you're taking the money, because you are
Right.
going to pay the tax on the
Right.
principal and growth. The other bucket is tax
Right.
advantage bucket. Under the tax advantage bucket,
Mhm.
you have multiple options. 529 also comes under the tax advantage because growth is tax free, but it has the
Mhm.
conditions. And another one is Roth IRA. Not everyone will qualify for Roth IRA based on the income. Adjusted gross income is, if you cross the
Mhm.
limit, you're not qualified.
Mhm.
Roth 401k. And see, all these are good, but
Mhm.
you have limitations and conditions, right? But when it comes to the life insurance cash value, okay, the growth is
Mhm.
deferred,
Mhm.
and you have an option to choose the tax free distribution, and there is no early pay penalty, or like there is no RMD, required minimum distribution, means like late penalties. All those things is excludable. I said there are so many advantages. So we are thinking that in the preserve the wealth part and protecting your retirement. So that is the one of the best retirement solution and the long term, right? By diversifying your hard-earned money in
Mhm.
the three different buckets of tax buckets: tax now, tax deferred, tax advantage bucket. So that way, in the long run, you see that you're saving a lot of money in the taxes, because the taxes and inflation are the
Mhm.
silent killers, I would say, because the taxes may go up,
Okay.
keep going up, right?
That makes sense.
So that is the education we are providing to
Mhm.
show the value for their hard-earned money for the future too.
Okay, so let's take one of the last question. This one is, do you consider the social security benefits when doing the planning? So that's a great question. Yes, for an individual, especially the one then that are close to retirement age. Yes, that definitely is
Wonderful.
a
Yeah,
good
wonderful.
question to know.
Yeah, wonderful question.
Yes,
For this question,
yes,
answer is there
yes.
already in ssa.gov. Okay, if you go to
Okay.
ssa.gov, answer is there, because
Hmm.
if there is no major reforms in the taxation, all the things, social security
Hmm.
income
Hmm.
is till the time only. Okay,
Hmm.
in my financial education planning to my clients,
Hmm.
we do tell them that prepare for worse, hope for the best,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, you can, but I wouldn't depend on that, because of the country
Hmm.
deficit is more than 30 trillion as of today, and
Hmm.
so taxes may go up, and the major financial reforms needs to be taken place to give little more
Hmm.
time for the social
Hmm.
security income. But I wouldn't depend on that. Okay, we'll say that hey, as of today, whatever you're showing is that till that certain time frame. After that, there is no guarantee that you may get or you may
Hmm.
not get. Right? So what you need to do: prepare for
Right.
worst, hope for the best. So that way, you
Right.
are having very peaceful and worry-free retirement. That's what our ultimate goal. Okay,
Hmm.
our solutions will give
Okay.
you worry-free retirement plan, right? So that you don't have to depend on the kids nor government
Hmm.
benefits, and self-retirement plan, right? There are
That's
three,
right. That's
like
right. So
when it
that's
comes to the
that's a very
retirement
good plan
plan.
also.
Okay.
Mhm. So for 2021, what is your just in brief, like it's a quick before we close that what is your advice to all of our audience?
Yes, my sincere advice to everyone is, right, please start
Mhm.
learning on how money works for you. Try to learn or always learn, make your money to work for you. Don't you work for money lifelong. Just remember the Warren Buffett's financial guru's advice. If you don't make your money to
Yes.
work for you
Yeah.
while you are asleep, you have to work for money until you die. Please don't
Correct.
get into that stage. Okay. Always, we are providing no fee, no obligation service. Leverage our experience and knowledge and help yourself. We make you better person than yesterday after our
Right.
sitting. That this is the financial literacy. This all everyone must be. I recommend every family must have
Mhm.
at least one person should be aware of, okay, protecting the
Mhm.
wealth and legacy,
Mhm.
and have always increasing their cash flow, manage the debts. If you don't manage the debt is going to manage you. Be careful, okay.
Mhm.
Then also
Yeah.
maintain the emergency fund, and build the wealth such a way that at least it beats the inflation and taxes. So
Mhm.
yes, please feel free to call us, okay? And our phone number and email address is there. Uh, you know, um,
Absolutely.
and like we take care of it. We have a huge financial, more than 1,000 people are with me, direct and indirect partners, and across
Mhm.
the country we have license for more than 22 states, and
Mhm.
we have the
Mhm.
solutions to
Mhm.
for every family. I would say if you come for $15 per month, we have solution. If you have like $1 million per month you want to contribute, yes, we have the solutions. Okay, so that's where we are.
Mhm.
And again, appreciate um, Ayesha News, and
Definitely.
truly respect and you know appreciate your time and efforts, and also thanks to all
Thank
people who
you.
utilizing this session.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Termula, for all the valuable information. And I hope, all my audience got answers to a few of their questions today. And you can also visit the Value Financial Services, the website or the phone number, and you can contact Mr. Termula Reddy anytime for help if you need for more information as well. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining and watching this show. And don't forget to join me again tomorrow. So the journalist Dr. Ananthakrishnan will be sharing his valuable, wonderful experience with one and only Dr. APJ. That's going to be a very interesting session. So till then, I will see you tomorrow. And good night, everyone, and thank you again.
Good. Namaste. Yeah.